Hey, listen to this. The prop gun that Alec Baldwin accidentally fired, killing Halyna Hutchins, reportedly had been used for target practice with live ammo by set members, crew members, allegedly earlier in the day. Somebody with knowledge of the movie set tells The Wrap. Some of the crew members took the prop guns out during downtime.
There's this pastime that crew members sometimes do. It's called plinking, and they go out into the rural areas and they shoot at beer cans. This is with live ammunition. We learned that this happened the morning of the day that Halyna Hutchins was killed in the early afternoon.
I need to tell you that we have not verified that reporting. When asked about it, the movie producers referred to their previous statement. It said that they were not aware of any official complaints about weapons or prop safety on the set, and that they will be doing an internal review while the production is shut down. Now, the assistant director who handed Alec Baldwin the prop gun had already been fired, relieved of his duties from a movie set in 2019, and that was over another gun incident. Josh Campbell reports.
Robin, we're learning new details about the person who reportedly handed Alec Baldwin that prop gun on the day of that fatal shooting here in Santa Fe. We're learning that Dave Halls, who was the assistant director on the set, was also involved in another incident involving the discharge of a weapon resulting in an injury in 2019. Now, in that incident, a weapon went off, that causing an employee to recoil. They were taken away from the set by a medic, eventually brought back to the set, but Halls himself was dismissed and ultimately fired. Now, we reached out to Halls for comment. We have not yet received a response. We're also learning new details about the circumstances surrounding that fatal shooting itself here in Santa Fe. According to search warrant data from the Sheriff's Department, Alec Baldwin was practicing what's called a cross draw, where you pull a weapon across your body. That when that fatal shot rung out, that ultimately resulted in the death of Halyna Hutchins. There's also a question now about liability. Who is ultimately responsible? Is it the person who was responsible for ensuring safety on the set? Was it the person who handed Alec Baldwin that weapon, telling him it was safe, or the responsibility of the actor himself to ensure a clear and safe weapon? We're waiting to hear from the district attorney's office whether any charges will be filed. Robin?
Josh Campbell, thank you for that report. Alec Baldwin is also one of the producers of the movie, and our legal analyst, Joey Jackson, looks at whether he could be held liable, therefore.
I think the liability could be there for him from a civil context. It's important having this discussion to single out civil versus criminal. When you look at civil, you're looking at negligence. I think civil exposure, you can argue, is absolutely there from the items we just talked about. Hiring someone who had this background, in addition to having discharges that occurred. Certainly you have to take responsibility. From a criminal perspective, I don't see that because it raises the specter higher and you need a lot more for criminality.
Other Hollywood productions are already banning what's called live ammo, live guns on their set. So, Melissa, it may be something that we see a lot more of, although some had already done that.
True, Robin. Good morning. And this accident that we saw on the Rust set is having an immediate impact. A California lawmaker is promising to introduce legislation banning live guns on all sets in that state. But shows like The Rookie on ABC are actually already doing it.
Money now.
211, armed robbery. 488, petty theft.
You a cop?
Yes, I am, and so are they. Hands in the air, drop your guns.
Turn around.
Turn around.
You guys, this looks to me like a criminal conspiracy.
You 182. Also 12020.
Oh, legal possession of a firearm.
Actually, the 417, the guns are fake.
The showrunner plans to only use airsoft guns from now on, along with digital effects. He says, quote, "The safety of our cast and crew is too important. Any risk is too much risk." The head of the violent Amazon show, The Boys, feels the same way.
People love superheroes. They swoop out of the sky to save the day. People love that cozy feeling that superheroes give them.
Eric Kripke tweeted that someone getting hurt or killed while filming is his worst nightmare. He added, quote, "A simple, easy pledge. No more guns with blanks on any of my sets ever." who's with me. The director of Mayor of Easttown says all the gunshots on his show were added with computer effects. He says there's no reason to have real or live guns on set anymore. California State Senator Dave Cortese believes there's an urgent need to address this issue. But since lawmakers are in recess, any legislation will have to wait until at least January.
Yeah,
Robin.
with the industry center there, though, you can bet that that will be definitely taken up, I'm sure. Melissa, thank you.
You're welcome.
The producers of the movie Rust have wrapped production on the film until the investigation into the deadly accidental on-set shooting is complete. The shooting that took the life of Halyna Hutchins. Chloe Molas now with her reporting on this. Chloe, what do we know about a letter that producers sent to the crew?
Good morning, Robin. Well, yes, we have this lengthy letter that was sent to the crew member by Rust Productions. And I want to read you a portion of it. It says, quote, "As we go through this crisis, we have made the decision to wrap the set at least until the investigations are complete." So remember, Robin, there's not only an internal investigation by the production company, but there's also the Santa Fe Sheriff's Department looking into this. Their biggest question is, how did this breakdown in this chain of command happen? Did the armorer, did the assistant director check these weapons before? Now there are new reports that perhaps some crew members were actually doing target practice with these guns before they started filming, and perhaps there was a live round of ammunition. As you can see, a lot of speculation, a lot of questions still unanswered. But again, the most important question is, what exactly happened? What killed Halyna? Was it a projectile? Did the gun misfire? Was it an issue with the gun? Or was it really just recklessness, carelessness? And that is the most important part here. But for now, the whole cast, the whole crew, they're headed home.
Yeah, and then the trickle-down effect of that, do we know when that was supposed to hit theaters or streaming or wherever it was going?
No, I mean, there wasn't an actual release date for that yet, Robin, and they were only about 10 days into shooting this movie. But you can imagine a lot of money lost, a lot of time lost, and I think that this investigation could last several months. And so it doesn't seem likely that maybe they'll even come back to film, especially given the very tragic circumstances about Halyna's death. And I would assume that this movie probably won't see the light of day.
Chloe, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, for the first time, Alec Baldwin's wife is publicly addressing the deadly incident on the set of her husband's movie Rust. In an Instagram post, Hilaria Baldwin writes, "My heart is with Halyna, her husband, her son, their loved ones, and my Alec." She adds, "There are no words because it's impossible to express the shock and heartache of such a tragic accident."